ever wonder what goes into getting ready for a paint party? Well, today I'm going to show you behind the scenes looks of how I get ready for one of my paint parties. Now, I've got a paint party coming up and I want to make sure that I am ready because I definitely don't want to um, the day of have to scramble around and try to find the things I need when I'm at my paint party. I want to make sure that I have everything that I need, that I'm all ready and set up and prepared. Because when you're prepared, that makes that paint party go much smoother. You will save yourself a lot of stress if you're prepared for your paint parties. Hi, I'm Lisa Cato from Crafty Door Creations. I teach paint parties that are fun, exciting, and anybody can do it. You do not have to have a lot of experience painting when you go to one of these craft paint parties. Um, you just have to show up. Uh, maybe you might want to take a friend with you or go it alone. They're great for date nights, any kind of, you know, they're for anybody who really likes to have a good time painting. And so, like I said, you do not have to have a lot of experience to be able to go to one of my paint parties. So, if you're new here, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. If you are one of my subscribers, then I welcome you back. I hope that you enjoy this video. I am going to be taking you in just a little bit. I'm going to be taking you over to another one of my area of my shop where I will show you exactly how I'm going to get ready for my paint party. I've got a paint party coming up on Tuesday, and I really want to make sure that I'm really prepared. So anyway, yeah, so I'll meet you over there. All right, okay, bye. All right, now I'm back over here, and what I need to do is I need to get all of my supplies together. Now I have 15 people that are coming to my party on Tuesday night, and I have already pre-traced my canvases. So I've got those already done, and I use um, a sublimation printer and a heat press to press them on, because when I have quite a bit of canvases to do, then it just helps. It's just so much better to be able to do that, to do them. So I've got 15 of this, and I've got these, and I've already got them all ready, all traced. And what I do on the back of them is I put a little stamp. I have a little stamper that's got my logo and everything on them. Now, actually, I've got 16 because one I use that as a sample so that I'll paint. So what I'll do is I will paint a little bit, show somebody how to do a step, and then we'll go on to the next step and everything. Okay, so I am going to just put these aside because I don't really need them right now. So I'm just going to put them over here. All right. Now, the next thing, what I like to do is I need to get my brushes. All right. One thing that really helps me is I have a checklist that I keep with me that has all the things that I need to do. I need to prepare. And I go through that checklist one by one, and I make sure that I have all of my things with me. Now, I like to put my brushes in these little plastic shoebox containers. That's really easy. And what I'll do is I will count out how many that I need. So I've got 15 that are coming so far. So I don't know whether I'll get any more or not. I might, but we'll see. Okay, so I have like 3 of each different kinds of brushes. I use a flat tip brush, 1 inch, and then I use a round brush, put one of those in there, and then I also put, you can see down in here, yeah, one of these little brushes. I put one of each brush in this container. So first of all, I will go through here and I'll count out 15 of these big brushes. Okay. Now I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that right now because, you know, I don't want to bore you. So I've got my brushes, and then I go down through the list, and I make sure that I have cups, and I make sure I get all those. And then I also gather up all the paints that I need. I go get those. I go and get the list of paint colors that I have to have, and I get those, and I put those all together in another one of these shoebox containers. See, I put all my paints together in one container, and I just close that up, and I close the things with my brushes. I don't have all my brushes in there, but I'm going to do that later. Okay, one thing that I have found that I got these when I first started doing paint parties. I actually ordered it online. This is one of these big, just a big bag, huge IKEA bag, okay? And so I've used it a lot. It's very sturdy, you know, very sturdy. So I will usually put like my, I don't always put my canvases in there, but I'll put my, anything that I need to have in here, like my paints, my water cups. I will get paper towels. I always use baby wipes because baby wipes, it's always good to have baby wipes in case somebody makes a little boo-boo on their painting. Then they can get a baby wipe real quick. As long as it's not dry yet, they can get it, and it's almost like a magic eraser, you know. And then I get paper towels. Now I have been using, instead of them wiping their brush on a paper towel, I've been using these shop micro fiber shop towels, and I really like those. For one thing, it's environmentally friendly, and also it's just, I don't know, you can use them over and over again, and you know, it's just cost effective. Now I do still bring a roll of paper towels with me just in case we have to clean up, you know, in case there's a spill. You never know when you've got water, you never know if people are going to have a spill or they're going to spill some water. You just never know that. So I still bring paper towels, even if though I don't really use them for their cleaning their brushes. Okay, something else that I'll bring. I bring aprons. Now I used to bring disposable aprons, but just like the things for them to wipe their brushes off on, I have found that if you use these kind of aprons that I got off Amazon, and I can link those in the description too. If I use these, then I don't have to be buying those disposable, you know, aprons all the time, and they're just a little bit more cost effective. You know, they get paint on them, but so what? It doesn't matter. You know, that's what they're for. So I will count out 15 of those aprons. And anyway, and then also I use some easels, and I'll go show you what those look like. Also got these on Amazon, these table easels. I use these at their table to put their easels on. Now, some people like to use easels when they paint. Some people don't, you know, and they don't have to use an easel. I just usually like to put the paintings up on an easel. It just helps, I don't know, save space or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, so I will count out 15 of these, and I will also put these into one of those IKEA bags. All right. What else do I have to get? Um, I usually I have another easel that is a tall easel. It's a teaching easel, and I'll use that to put like the example painting, and yeah, so I'll put the example painting up there. Okay, then I will usually now the list says blow dryer. I don't always use a blow dryer because, for one thing, there's usually not enough electrical outlets for everybody to be able to blow dry their painting. So I just don't, because whenever they're drying their painting, or they're, you know, their paint, the acrylic paints dry pretty fast anyway. So, you know, it's really not needed. Now, I sometimes, if I'm doing some other kind of project, like later on in the year at one of my restaurants, we're going to be doing the Christmas trees, the ceramic Christmas trees. I do bring a couple of blow dryers for that, because it has like a glaze that they put on it, and I want to make sure that they kind of get that a little dry, so that they can be able to put it in their box and take it home with them. So I do use that, but at my acrylic paint parties, I usually just don't. Okay. Then the other thing, I like to bring a trash bag, just a regular kitchen trash bag, because the reason why I like to bring a trash bag is because I hate to, you know, have all that trash, uh, for the restaurant to have to throw away. It's just, I don't know, it's just a little bit of courtesy. Anyway, also, I have to have something to use as a paint palette for the customers to put their paints on. So I use paper, just like regular paper plates. I use those. Then I like to have pencils and Sharpies, because they sometimes they will fill out one of these. This is a little survey for them to fill out. They can put their name and their email and phone number if they want to. Um, and it just kind of gives me good feedback, and maybe sometimes they might have a referral. Maybe they might say, hey, yeah, I think, our church might really like to have you, or something like that. So that's always good. It's always good to have a kind of a survey to get some feedback. Also, it has a place on here that can be scanned, that they can scan this, and if they want to sign up for my emails, my text messages, then they can do that. And if they want to follow me on Instagram or something like that, then they can scan that. The instructions. So the instructions, and there's also a picture instruction. Some people are more visual, and they've just got to have something to go by. So I do that. And I also I go step by step. And if there's any, some people really, they might be more advanced, and they might want to go ahead of me. If they want to go ahead of me, they've got the steps right there that they can go ahead and do that. And if they need any help, I'm always there to come by with the painting and help them out. Okay. Then another thing we have now, the music is on this list, but if I'm doing a restaurant, if I'm at a restaurant, a lot of times I don't need music because the restaurant, they have their own music. So I don't really need to do that. But if I'm doing a private party, they, then I need to try to, and I have like Spotify on my phone, and I have a little, just a little stereo thing. It's portable that I can, with a Bluetooth that I can bring with me. But most of the time, if I'm doing a restaurant, I don't really need to bring the music. Then I always bring my charger for my phone just in case. Then also, it's also good idea to bring some business cards along. Bringing some business cards is good. Then also, I print out the guest list from my constant contact. That's good because you want to be able to tell, because, most of the time I don't know a lot of these people. So when they come up, I'll ask them, are you here for the paint party? Well, yeah. Okay. Then I look on the guest list and I just check them off, Then, so I already talked about also remember to bring door prizes. If I have a good group, like 10, 15, I'll usually bring a couple of door prizes, and I will show you one of my door prizes. I usually bring a nice little door prize. I'll put it in a bag, and I've got this one right here. This is a cute little, they can be all kinds of things. This one is just a little thing that I found at Hobby Lobby. It's a cute little, because our theme that we're painting is the Highland cow. And so I decided this would be a really cute door prize for people. So I packaged that up and everything. And then depending on who, if it's a private party, I will give the hostess, I will give them a little kind of a gift anyway, just to say thank you. But then what I do is I after I've gone through the list and made sure, and I pack them all in one of those big IKEA bags, then I have a wagon. I love it. It is a collapsible wagon. I don't know whether I could show you or not, but anyway. Okay. All right. So here is my wagon. You see that? Okay. Okay. So that's my wagon right there. Okay. We got this wagon. What's neat about it is it can fold up like this. Okay. It can fold up where it's very compact, and I could put it into my car and then just open it up and put my IKEA bags with everything that I've got to take with me. And then I don't have to be carrying anything because those bags get pretty heavy. So the other thing is I always have tablecloths, and I usually do them in the theme that it is. I mean, right now it's close to fall. It's September, And so they're orange, and then some have leaves. I'm getting some more in today because I've only got two of them, and I probably need more than two. So the others that I'm getting in today have some fall leaves on them, really cute. So I I will pack everything up, and like I said, and put it into one of my wagons. And so that's pretty much it. And I go to my venue that I'm going to be at, whether it's a restaurant, a brewery. This one is at a brewery slash restaurant that I'm going to be at on Tuesday. Um, so yeah. So anyway, and so I always try to get there ahead of time. Now the party is going to be at 6 o'clock, but I always send out an email and I encourage people to come a little early if they want to try to eat, because some people like to, and it's kind of good for me to encourage people to eat, because the restaurant there, I don't have to pay anything. I'm bringing people in, and more likely, most of them do order. They either order drinks there or they order something to eat. So, you know, it, I have 15 people that are coming, and that's 15 people that they wouldn't have ordinarily. So I'm bringing people in. So anyway, it's kind of a win-win there with me and the restaurant. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, and I always get so excited before I have a paint party. I'm anxious to have it. Haven't had one in a few months because it's been summer and I really haven't done a whole lot of paint parties. So yeah, and especially since this is kind of a big one, 15 people, that's pretty good. Yeah, so I'm hoping that we can get some more, but anyway, if we don't, that's okay. 15's good. All right. So uh, I will put in the description anything else that I think I might, you know, supplies that, you know, might need or whatever. But anyway, yeah, so just like I said before, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and I will see you next time. All right.